The Nun is the newest spin-off to the Conjuring universe following the Annabelle films, and this is actually based around the demon that briefly appeared in The Conjuring 2 that originally wasn't actually going to be in the film but was later added and ended up being one of the most iconic scenes in the entire film. And I was actually looking forward to seeing this film because not only do I like the Conjuring universe, except for the first Annabelle movie, I was looking forward to seeing this movie not just because I'm a massive horror fan, but because this summer was kind of disappointing when it came to movies. There were a lot of films I was looking forward to that ended up just being okay. So I was hoping that the fall would have a nice start with The Nun, and it's a movie with noises. God damn it. The central plot of the film is that we have a young woman who has yet to make her vows, and a priest who are going to Romania to investigate some evil goings-on. And the nun demon is there, and things pop out a lot. That's The Nun. Man, this movie could have been really awesome. And it frustrates me. It's one of those films that as I watched it, I kept seeing what it could have been, and they just didn't care to take it to that level. There are so many scenes where someone looks through a hall, we pan to the hall. What do you think's going to happen when we pan back to them? Of course, like, it's just a bunch of sequences like that. There are no frightening jump scares. There's tons of them, but you can see them coming from a mile away. Beyond that, I think the worst offense that The Nun has to it is that it feels almost storyless. Yes, we have these characters going to investigate some evil stuff that's happening. There's a pretty cool opening scene. But the film feels so narratively slight that I just couldn't get invested in the characters. And since the nun is why most of us are there to see this demon, she's actually not in the film that much, and so that was also very disappointing. Her appearances were highlights, but they're so few and far between that I'm just waiting for random things to pop out because that's all this film really does. There are so many scare scenes that are entirely about the demon messing with the main characters. She locks the priest underground somehow in a coffin, and he's trapped there for a while until he has the means to communicate to the other woman, and she comes and she's like, "Oh my God, you're underground." What is the goal here? Like, why is the demon locking him in a coffin underground so we can have like this claustrophobic sequence? Or is she actually trying to kill the guy? Because if she was trying to kill him, then the demon would find a way to remove the bell that he's pulling on a string that's in the coffin that lets people know he's buried down there. There are so many scenes that are just the demon pulling really elaborate pranks. And that's what it comes off as you watch the film, because they don't lead to anything story-wise. Of course, there's the backstory that someone reads about in a book in which we learn the demon's name, even though if we'd seen the other Conjuring films, we would have heard it a few times before. And it's just, it follows all of those cliches we've seen 1,000 times in these films, and it boggles my mind that a film that could come from something as good as the Conjuring films is just this rote throwaway movie with a demon that likes to play pranks all the time. Similar to the first Annabelle, I found this film very underwhelming. Who knows? Maybe they'll make a sequel to The Nun, like Annabelle Creation, and it'll be a lot better. I don't know. This movie is nowhere near on the level of what James Wan brought to the first two Conjuring films, so I wouldn't go to it expecting that. If you just want to see a film with some very dark and very blue visuals, go have fun, I guess. I'm going to give The Nun a D+. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Please look forward to more reviews very soon. As always, if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.